Welcome to the spectacular world of 1,000 vlogs. This airport guide sets out what Philippine passport holders can expect to encounter when returning home through Ninoy Aquino International Airport's Terminal 3. Let's explore the international arrivals process at Terminal 3 or T3 of Ninoy Aquino International Airport, the main airport serving Greater Manila in the Philippines. This is an extensive walking tour experience. Watching this gives you virtual adventure, and with the best of our ability, we offer an imitation that would grant you the lens to this wonderful experience with us. You may need to cover a fair bit of distance, especially if your plane docks at one of T3's more remote gates. The corridor is fitted with a few moving walkways to help speed the transit, but they don't serve its full length. Please like, share, and subscribe. Toilets are available along the arrivals corridor. In addition, if you're walking from one of the gates in the southern half of T3, which includes most of the gates used by international flights, you'll pass a small duty-free shop near the very end of the hallway just before the immigration counters. Approaching the end of the corridor, you'll observe a manned counter fitted with a thermal camera. This is meant to rapidly screen the temperature of all passengers walking past. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more. Separate counters are used for Filipino citizens and foreign nationals. When using a manned counter, simply present your passport to the immigration officer for inspection and stamping. Keep your boarding pass close to hand in case it's asked for. Absent any special circumstances, the whole process will take mere minutes. By default, holders of Philippine passports are directed to a bank of automated e-gates in the middle of the immigration hall. As of 2024, the e-gates no longer issue arrival stickers for affixing to passports. Just walk straight through once the gates on the other side swing open. Please do watch our other airport series. Beyond the customs barrier is T3's arrivals hall. Open to non-passengers, this area is usually one of the most heavily crowded parts of the terminal. Unless you've arranged to meet someone in this hall, you'll want to plow through the masses and walk straight out onto the pavement. The pavement running alongside T3's arrivals access road is divided into numbered bays. If you've asked someone to collect you from the terminal, it's a good idea to agree on a specific bay number to make it easier for them to locate you. This is also where you can find and arrange road transport to your next destination. Private vehicles, as well as cars summoned via ride-hailing apps, normally use the road closer to the building, whilst public transport flows through the parallel road opposite, stopping along the center island. Note that the locations of specific queuing points and taxi ranks do change from time to time. When asking airport personnel for guidance, do so with caution, as this could attract the interest of unauthorized touts within earshot. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe for more exciting vlogs. There are times when a flight's assigned carousel isn't immediately displayed on the screens in the baggage hall. Inquire with airport staff if this happens, and they'll direct you to the correct one. As at other airports, there are separate customs lanes for passengers with or without anything to declare red and green, respectively. This segregation is not always enforced, and passengers are often funneled through a single lane. Bear in mind that all baggage is subject to inspection at the customs officer's discretion, even if you pass through a green lane. This may involve an X-ray check or a hand search with follow-up questions as needed. Have your travel QR code ready for scanning at the customs barrier. This takes the place of the paper cards that were previously used.